Pay attention to the elevation and the sound, as though there's a takeoff. This is a very poor imitation of a takeoff. And pay attention to what you see in the sky space. And pay attention to the location where I'm at. And then you're also going to pay attention to who's in this same environment. And it's Spectrum doing the exact same thing at 11 this morning, where the same environment is present at the same location, engaging in the same pattern of conduct with the same state actor. The city of Ontario stalking me by helicopter, stalking me by commercial planes. You'll see the images of the fake sun over me at the Ontario Town Square. There's the infamous. The sun hasn't gone anywhere. This is the poor illusion where the city of Ontario, that is the mayor of the city of Ontario, is engaged in what is criminal surveillance and is going to be held liable criminally, civilly, for what the population, the people of the city of Ontario, the people of the state of California, who are operating corrupt companies like Southwest Airlines, maintain no flights taken off from Terminal 2 and Terminal 4 hovering over the senior citizen complex, where those senior citizens are engaging in criminal surveillance with the city of Ontario. That includes the Ontario Police Department, who are in this same exact environment at the same address, terrorizing me while I'm documenting the people of the state. That includes Southwest Airlines and Spectrum, conspiring my murder as demons in an environment that is irritable, especially while at this same address, the OVITT Family Community Library has a bunch of 7th and 8th graders pacing around me inside of this library at 10 o'clock in the morning. Let's look at the time. It is, it's 4:47 p.m. This is the P.O.C, okay? It is the Latino male that is documented in the PDF that's going to be used in the prosecution of the people of the state that are gang stalking with the city of Ontario inside of the OVITT Family Community Library, which is this venue right here. And you'll see during the 4 p.m. hour, the vastness of my documentation shows the fake sun at 4 p.m. right here, where it is at 10 o'clock in the morning. The vastness of my documentation shows the fake sun at 6 p.m. right here, where it's right here at this, which is the same location, but all manner of just like a basketball, the fake sun all over the place from hours of operation, 10 a.m. until after 6 p.m. This is the entity that's keeping a fake sun, however, to the exclusion of every other location. The maintenance of an environment includes group downtown Ontario luxury apartments who are engaged in criminal surveillance, psychopaths, gang stalking inside of that apartment complex parking garage, impossible light fanning across the ceiling while they're terrorizing me, stalking under a fake sun, stalking with light, which is what this demon is DF, that's going to be used in court. And this is the court case right now as I'm documenting it on camera and publishing it on the internet. This is the criminal case. We're in operation in real time that the government has engaged in a documented pattern of interfering with, including by kidnapping. The entity's main light activity. This is what a population is doing. That's why he's a psychopath, sparking with light in my peripheral in concert with all the rest of the demons that are pacing and engineered light. That's how you're being monitored. It's not sunlight. It's the maintenance of an impossible environment. It's absurd. It's asininity. It's demonic. And they're stalking in plain sight. And they stalk you by being all around you, and you're appearing on the surface as traffic. It's not traffic under a fake sun. Neither is there any traffic from the Ontario International Airport here. But this is what the government is maintaining while they're engaged in conspicuous and stalking further into murder and aiding a population in doing that. All right, these are demons. Studying their devices, pacing all around, stalking with light, doing so with the government, keeping your genitalia under surveillance as well, keeping your children under surveillance as well, doing so inside of what you believe is your private space where you live, where the government has no warrant or probable cause, no investigation underway, you're under surveillance. And this is the entity that's engaging in that with the government. The government doesn't have any warrant or probable cause to keep you under surveillance. It's not a legitimate interest under state and federal constitutions. And it does not become a legitimate government interest, meaning it doesn't become lawful because the government engages in kidnapping and harassment and terrorism like I'm documenting all over the internet, where the Ontario Police, the Ontario International Airport, the Ontario Fire Department, American Medical Response engage in ongoing criminal acts of obstruction with the people of the state who are animalistic. You've seen the body of evidence, and you've seen the body of evidence showing how they engage in more and more terrorism as they are already exposed. These are the serial killers, and they are killing with regard to what is government conduct. There's no privacy in the U.S., and the government's engaged in murdering people upon keeping them under surveillance, not investigating anything. Nobody is missing. These are killings that the government commits. And while the government is stalking me by helicopter every time I upload information about it, that's your ongoing confirmation pertaining to the truth that I speak. And it is undeniable while you're looking at what is impossible. The fake sun remaining over me at one address, And who was in that environment? The Ontario Police Department, the people of the state, the light slingers themselves. At night, it's not their headlights. And during the day, it's not sunlight. It's never slinging across the wall. They've openly exposed to you that they're demons. Open your eyes and pay attention. Don't forget, because when they're in court and they're talking about how they don't know the police and they're talking about how they don't know the targeting individual, they're going to be prosecuted with the pattern of conduct, which is to a scientific degree. No possible coincidences here, especially with the behavioral pattern and the ongoing facilitation with the government that's also not coincidentally engaging what is an unspoken system. You're going to prosecute Satan with its pattern of conduct, which is proven through tangible evidence, with or without their admissions. They're going to prison. They're being deported. They're going to be dealt with by martial law. They're going to be prosecuted as the terrorists that they are for the benefit and protection of the American public. And that includes the terrorists of the Ontario Police Department. No gang stalker that is a part of a police department is engaged in law enforcement. And as such, you will be prosecuted as a terrorist. You will be done with law enforcement. You are not getting any 401k. You're not getting any retirement benefits. You have forfeited all of that upon being exposed as an enemy of the United States. That is very plain and obvious and reasonably anticipated. While the entity is engaging in ongoing stalking by helicopter, the Ontario Police Department, everyone, I mean even the secretary in that office at 2500 South Archibald, they are all done with any sort of means with law enforcement. You can't even work inside of a police department. And you will not be getting any sort of financial compensation. You're just done. You're fired. This is P.O.C. It is currently 4:52 p.m. and this is if you're not going to prison, because everybody that engaged in kidnapping, admittedly engaging in criminal summoning like Sergeant Hall, engaging in what is threatening to commit kidnapping like S. Casas and Sergeant Hall and Jay Sandoval, engaging in what is actual kidnapping like Craig, Hazelwood and Owens, and C. Torres, the demons on May 29th, defaming my character while you are a light slinger, you stalk in helicopters, you eat feces.